All right, ones and zeros out there. Welcome to today's YouTube video. Today we are releasing a tier list based off of Rogue Company's rogues. So we will be placing them S through D tier today. Don't feel like any rogue has a place in the F tier, so we're good there. We are going to be splitting this list up into two different categories: competitive and ranked, or competitive and casual. Just because I don't feel like it's fair to each rogue, because they do have their own places in lower ranks and then in higher ranks, and as well as playing with the team and not playing with the team, because the way they're going to be played is going to be so different in casual play. So let's get into our intro, and then I'll get right to it. All right, here we are. Let's make sure I didn't mess anything up, because this is my first YouTube shooting right here. So first off, we've got, let's get right into competitive play tier list. We've got Anvil here, and Anvil has not the most OP guns, but not the most underpowered guns. Anvil is going to fall into the B tier. His shield definitely can block off good entrance ways, alleys, stuff like that, doorways onto sites. But the counterability to it is too strong. I know there's glitch, hack, there's grenades can pop that thing. Other things are Phantom snipes. If a Phantom has an angle on that jar, she can just shoot it for her teammates to get through. Then if they couldn't do any counterplay, he'd definitely be an A tier kind of rogue, just to block off a complete entranceway no matter what is too strong. Chalk, don't feel like he is a solid pick for competitive, so he's gonna make his way into C tier. His passive is a dodge while he's downed. That applies nothing to anything. You can still find him. There's a long cooldown in between. And then his ultimate is bad for the self-res, but it's good for the overheal. The overheal will give him the small advantage to have more health than the opponent that he's fighting. But that's where his strength stops, right there. I can't go higher than C tier on him. I'm sorry. Dallas players out there, I'm really sorry. Competitive play, he's going to rank into D tier. He has a spotter, and that spotter spots one person, but is easily countered by the people that you want to spot by just having the anti reveal perk. And it's too strong for Cloaked to completely counter him. If there was something that it could do, like ping him on the map instead, or something just because you have Cloaked, I don't know how they can do it, but I think Cloaked is too strong against Dallas, and that's why Dallas gets ranked down into D tier. And his DMR doesn't help him any bit. If his DMR was a little bit stronger, he'd also be a little bit higher as well. Dima's an A tier rogue. His entry frags are really powerful, along with thirsting. He's very good at thirsting down rogues. And then also, if somebody, you see another player on the other team go for a down rogue to res them, he can go ahead and try to get a down and a thirst. So it's just way too strong to have a Dima for entry frag and for thirsting other rogues. Next on the list is Glitch. And Glitch is surprisingly an A tier. He could have been an S tier with a little bit more powerful guns. His SMG is strong, but needs a little bit more work on SMGs. I think the game knows that. And then the shotgun is very strong too. I love the shotgun. But that's just me personally. I'm not trying to put personal efforts into any of the list here. But so his abilities are way strong. He could see any kind of equipment through walls, stuff like that. And then he can also see it onto his scanner. He can walk up to a wall, see who's on the other side of the wall just because by the radius, based on the radius, and backing off and finding new angles. And it's hard to explain like this, but seeing people's names gives so much intel. And there's no counterplay to it. It's not like it can be hidden off of his device. If there was a rogue that can't be visible onto his device at all, that would be strong. But there's no counterplay to his device at all right now. So easily he's an A, almost S tier kind of rogue. Next we have Lancer, and Lancer is, I'm sorry to say this, she's about a B tier. If she was something, she had something to help out her teammates, she would be a little bit higher. But she's a very self-reliant rogue. If she had another strong 3 rogues on the team, she can find herself onto a comp no problem and just be a carry. But other than that, that's where her strengths are. Silent footsteps while sprinting for a short duration, and then reloading every tumble. That's where it places her at B tier. And no AR or DMR. Phantom. If she couldn't one-shot, she would not be at A tier. But she can one-shot pick a lot of rogues. And her pistol's super strong as well. I think it's the strongest pistol out there. She's an A tier rogue. I don't have much to say against that about that. She's a sniping queen. That's all you could really say. Everybody's going to be hating me in the comments, but Ronin, no higher than a B tier in competitive. And honestly, I think she's a C tier. But I'm putting her at B just based on how many people do play her. Throwing the dart or her dart or dagger and shooting it when somebody's behind cover, I think that's the only play that she ever has. She is invisible to Talon radar, which does help her out a little bit. But other than that, her abilities stop. Her guns are super strong, and if her guns weren't super strong, she would definitely be in C tier on this list. Next is Saint, and Saint in competitive before Dahlia came out was easily an S tier, A tier, must have on every team count. Now that there's another healer in the midst, and we find out that it's so much better, we have to put Saint down a little bit. He's at a B tier. His burst rifle's really good. His AR's seeming a lot better right now. I feel like I like his AR better than his DMR, but those are personal preferences on him. And his guns aren't the best. But I feel like he finds himself a very solid B pick here, right here. Scorch. She does not find anything in competitive. She's a D tier. Her audio cues are literally giving her away every single moment. You can counterplay her just by avoiding her. Now, if she ults onto a site, you still have all of your abilities to try to counter her and throw at her grenades, explosions, like Dima ultimate. There's so much counterplay to her that she's a garbage rogue, and that's the only person I'll say is garbage. And I don't care if I get hate on that. Talon. Talon is in everyone's eyes higher, but in my opinion, B tier rogue, high B tier. Only reason is I know Glitch is stronger than him. His ability is so much better. Talon's ability throws a dart, shows on the mini map, like a dot, and that's all. Now Glitch, he has to do his call outs right away, all that kind of stuff. He can tell exactly where a rogue is based on moving around. Talon, you have to throw the dart, pick it back up, throw it, and then you just see it on the mini map. So in competitive play, Talon is a high B tier. Other than that, his SMG has gotten stronger. He's a little bit better. And his DMR is pretty solid. Not the best DMR out there, but is the second best. So he's a very solid rogue. Trench, best DMR, great barbed wire ability to stop people from pushing sight so easy. Trophy systems ×3. Gas grenades are a little bit weak, but that's fine. You had to give him something weak. His perks, I think all you need is the safe from explosions perk. Other than that, everything is just a bonus. I mean, Talon is busted. I mean, Trench, I'm sorry. Trench is busted. He's the strongest rogue in the game right now, especially in competitive play. Vi. Vi is very good in competitive play. I just wanted to get your guys' gears going there. She's an A tier pick. She is very similar to Trench on zoning people away from sites. She has her poison that gives her HP if you stand in it up to 25 HP extra. But she has that like times a couple times, like 3 times I think she can throw the poison out, so she can keep people away for a little while. And then that also diminishes people's health on the other team. So the other team can go from 100 down to 60 health only, you know, if they stand in the pool of toxic. So she's a very good rogue to have. So competitive play, that is not where the list ends. I'm sorry, Dahlia was not on the created list, so I added my own. So Dahlia, yeah, you had it. She's an S tier rogue. She's right next to Trench as being the best rogues in the game. They have the two best. They have the same best DMR in the game, and aside from that, I mean, she steals passives. If you got a Trench on her team, or if you've got a Phantom on your team, or if you've got Lancer, you can use your SMG. If you have a Saint, your healing is super OP. Trench, you get an extra grenade. Phantom, you get grievous wounds. So her stealing passives is very strong. And then when another rogue comes out and they have a strong ass passive, she's going to get buffed just like that. So she's going to be a very strong rogue for a long time. And I don't think that's ever going to change. She's going to be a must pick. Her heal's better than Saints. Revives faster. Does a faster healing after reviving. And then also you can't see it healing and you can't destroy the drone. So let's reset this and go to casual, because I think things do change here. Anvil goes from a B to a C tier, and that is because nobody knows how to use him in casual play or in lower rank play. Chalk, he's a C tier as well. He stays in the same spot. He's a self carry. He can carry in lower ranks, but you're gonna see a lot of bad Chalks. Dallas is a B tier rogue. I'm not even gonna remove Dahlia. I'm sorry. She's still an S tier rogue in casual. Then we also have Dallas as an A tier now. I think in casual play and lower rank play, he's going to see a lot more gameplay. His AK is very strong, and then spotting through walls, people aren't going to buy and use cloaked right away. So he's going to get a couple rounds at least without people having cloaked. Then we have Dima, and Dima slides into A tiers again. He stays in the same spot. He's strong. He's a solid A tier pick. I don't think he's ever going to get into S tier, and I don't think he's ever going to leave A tier until we have a large list of rogues. A very strong rogue. Very solid. Then we have Glitch. Glitch does go down to a B tier. I don't think people are going to know how to use the shotgun and the SMG as well, and they're not going to know how to use his hacking machine as kind of like a self-portable radar. and I think that without those like advantages, he goes down at least a rank. He might even be C tier for lower rank play and casual, but he's a good rogue. Then we have Lancer, and she goes up, and she's probably high A tier. Maybe let's put her in S tier. In casuals like this, I think that Lancer's gonna definitely reach S tier and lower ranked. She's just so easy to use, and then harder to hit if she's ducking and rolling like that, especially for lower ranked players. Then we've got Phantom. She stays in A tier. She one shots to the head. If you're a casual player or lower ranked, you're gonna be able to hit 2 body shots before they hit, you know, any kind of regular shot on you. Ronan, he's an A tier now. Ronan's very common. People are gonna run into or dart a lot at low rank play and casual play. Saint at A rank as well. His drone's easy to use. It's a click of a button, and I don't think people are ready to push at that level whenever they're doing it, or destroy it, or being smart enough just to destroy the drone. If you destroy the drone, you put it on cooldown and they can't use it again. Scorch, she is a D tier. No, she's a C tier. Because you know what? They're going to avoid the audio cue. So she goes up a little bit, and she might... Let's put her in B tier. Because lower ranked players and casual players are not going to ignore the audio cue and go somewhere else. They're going to still try to fight her and try to win a gunfight that she's clearly going to win. I think that's where her only advantage is going to be in the game, is playing against lower ranked players. Then we do have Talon, and Talon in lower ranked is probably an A tier, because spotting people on the map is going to be easy. Trench, I think, goes down 2 tiers in lower ranked than casual. They're not going to know how to use him. He does have his OP DMR, which might bring him into A tier. But I feel like Trench definitely goes down when you're reaching out to the lower end of the gamers out there. And then Vi, she also goes down as well to B tier. Actually, she hovers between B and C tier for casual and lower ranked players. They're not going to know how to siphon enough health from other players. They're not going to know when to use her abilities, and they're never going to drain people under like 10 health, because it's easy to get out of that at those low levels. Other than that, I'm pretty sure that was a successful charting of everybody's ranked. We are going to do another tier list for weapons. We're going to do another tier list for maps. So we'll be back with some more tier lists. Hopefully this is very helpful to you guys out there. Comment down below your favorite rogue. You know, let's just do a simple question like that. Who's your favorite rogue? And then make sure you hit the the subscribe button, because this is YouTube. I always forget. And then hit the notifications bell as well. Thanks. This is Shadi out there.